Got an Artisan cutlery. I don't know what this tells us, but it says it's a 1808G-GNM. And you got me at a disadvantage because, of course, you saw the video and the title is going to have the name of the knife in it. And me sitting here right now, I don't know it. I don't know if it's going to be on the knife. I may have to pause and go figure out where I bought it, what the name of it is. I don't know. But I know that it is Artisan cutlery, and it's in a huge case. What's going on? Let's get in it. Okay, so that's a nice tin. Artisan cutlery, limited lifetime knife warranty. That's pretty cool. You got to like lifetime knife warranty. So we got a cleaning cloth and a knife. Yeah, so I don't remember the name of this knife, but I think it may say on here. But I do remember that I picked this up on the secondary market. So this is a used new knife, supposed to be. So it's got this anodized green, pretty cool, anodized blue, little Easter egg in the backspacer, really tight tolerance, great fit, titanium pocket clip. That be interesting to see how that runs. Look at that profile. Eesh, that is a sharp ramp, man, especially coming out of there. It's got a serial number, and it's in, whoop, lost it, M390. It's got the name on it. Nice little detent. I felt it. Look at this blade. Ooh. Yeah, let's get a name. And then we'll put all this stuff away. So this is the Artisan Cutlery ZUMWALT. Z-U-M-W-A-L-T. And it's in M390 steel. Full titanium, titanium backspacer, pocket clip, scales, frame lock. It's got a healthy detent, I can tell you that. Let's get rid of all this. Clear this space for some serious work, serious action. Okay. All right, let's see if we can work our way through this knife now. Definitely it's got a strong detent though. And I'm noticing, oh yeah, I can get it with my thumb, but man, that is a violent process because that detent is so strong. That thing comes out, almost feels assisted. It's because it's coming out of there so hard. No way I can fail it, but I'm going to try. Yeah, pretty good action. I mean, definitely a candidate to lighten up that detent. I can Spidey flick it. I mean, maybe just a little bit, you know what I mean? Not a lot, but just a tiniest little bit. Take some tension off of this lock bar. Look how late. That's where we're contacting the detent ball, and then where we're finally free of it. Let's go past it. It's really strong. So we're past it there, almost at a 45. Yeah, really late on that detent. That drop detent. I mean, it's like a 45 when you can release it. Reversible pocket clip. I mean, it's got pretty good action, all in all. It's very smooth, centered blade. All right, let's get in it. I should almost start saying, let's get in it if we can. Because, man, I've had some knives lately. I can't get in. Pivot screw is so locked down that it won't release and let me in. That's not the case here, though. Bunch of T6s from here out. Let's get this one. So the hardware on here is not titanium. Yep. Nope, it's metal. I guess titanium's metal too, isn't it? I wonder if I gotta pull in pocket clip. Nope. Ooh, look how dirty we are. Wow. Oh, multi-roll bearings. Okay. And dirty ones at that. Dirty and dry. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't hurt my feelings to see what I'm seeing. Shine some hope that I can clean up this action and make this knife a little more palatable. This screw was loose to this barrel spacer. Tighten that up. Let's check this one. Check this little screw. Since I'm checking stuff. Yeah, this thing is dirty. Get my little magnet out. Okay. Pretty simple. It's I think I'm gonna, since I have a screwdriver out, it's got a travel, over travel stop built in. I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna take just the tiniest little bit off of this. See if that metal insert comes out with me pressing on it. It did not. So I'm gonna reach in here and help it. Got it. Okay. All right, let's get our bearings. About 1/8 of an inch inside. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take much on these frame locks. You can move that quite a bit pretty quick. All right, we're just gonna clean it up and put it back together. I am going to use some cleaner though, because it's not an oily mess and doesn't have any lubrication. So I'm going to add a little bit of cleaner here, because what most of that grime is, I can tell by looking at it, it's just old grease. I'm pretty sure initially this knife had grease on it, and that grease has come and gone. It has seen its day. Okay. And I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Colin, who does custom anodizing and modifying titanium knives, he may do other knives too. I shouldn't just pin him to titanium. He may customize non-titanium knives. I know his anodizing is with titanium, but he scallops knives and puts different grinds on them. You know, just a multitude of things. And at the date of this knives review, the video for the custom Vastid, the mayhem that he did for me, will have dropped on the channel. And so if you haven't seen that video, man, do yourself a favor, go find that Vastid mayhem video and take a look at that thing. Wow, is it good. But here's what I was saying about Colin, is I think he recommends to clean your anodized titanium with window cleaner. Pretty sure that's his recommendation. Yeah, all that old grease on here is filthy. Took a little bit off that detent, and we have cleaned this thing up. I mean, it may run. May do better. Okay. Let's put it back together. That's pretty simple. Non-captured. Might as well put this in real quick. Oop. It's already on the screwdriver. It's just waiting for me, hanging out. Okay. All right. Washer. One of these fabulous double roll bearings. This gorgeous M390 blade. I mean, look at this thing. Whew, that's a good looking blade. Aggressive. Long too. I'm thinking that's over 4 inches. We'll check it. Okay. That all went pretty easy. Couple of minutes. Not too many. I think I'm too tight there. Gotta switch up here. So by the time this drops, it'll already pass, but I am actually on my way tomorrow to see my new grandson in Minnesota. Yeah, so I think I might have took too much. Yeah, it's not even going to lock up. I can see it. But I should be able to just take this one scale without making too much chaos here and put a little bit of that detent back on it. It's one of those that, man, you're just going to have to get it right. You know, it's the Goldilocks and the Three Bears syndrome. You know, a little too tight, not tight enough. Didn't really want all that to happen. There we go. Okay. Well, let's put a little back on it. There we go. It's just as easy to put it back as it was to take it off. Except I didn't have to take a screw out. Familiar little ting when that opened that time, reminiscent of when I first run that action. Had a nice little tink. Might as well check these while I'm here. Yeah, they were a little loose. Nothing major. Recheck this. Alright. Yeah, that detent's back. But unfortunately, I think it's going to force my hand. It's got to be that stiff detent, or the knife's going to give me troubles. I mean, it's very precise, very mechanical, super locked up. And I've said it before, not every knife is a drop shut king or queen, you know. Some knives, not at all. It's just not part of their DNA. I don't think their designers were looking for it. I don't think the tuners are looking for it. And subsequently, it's not that way. Now, sometimes I can tune that into a knife, and sometimes it becomes clear the knife's just not meant to do that. I really like this nice, this hand polished, the satin here, and then it's got the same satin on top as it does on the bottom. Yeah, so this is all sanded this way, and then this part of the blade and that part of the blade are all going this way. Pretty cool. All right, so this action, I mean, I'm going to say, I mean, it's really solid. It really is. I mean, this is no play toy of a knife, and honestly, running that action, it's not play action either. It's legit and stiff and expects you to be purposeful in what you're doing there. And I do believe that this is probably better as a glove knife. Like, even though it's green and pretty and all that, I think it's a serious self-defense piece. I think that's what it's about. I mean, this thin, pokey blade, it's 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's 4 inches of blade. It's 3.5 inches of cutting surface. 1, 3.5, yeah. Yeah, you got to be intentional to use them fullers for sure. Thumb flick or a spidey flick, but this back flipper, I mean, it's as solid as it goes. And this grip is pretty nice. I can even get this grip here with this knife. I can get in here with this. That knife is pokey, man. All right, let's get rid of the glove. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to give the action a B+. Almost feel like there's some of that brown funk that it had up here on the spine of the knife. Make sure I don't go too far and poke myself. Okay. All right. Ergonomics. I mean, the action's getting better. It could honestly be that those bearings were so gummed up with that old grease in there, it's taken them a minute to let that oil lube them up and function under tension, you know what I mean? So ergonomics, I mean, you know, there's not so confident, very confident. This is definitely up towards the very confident. And the reason being is this nice jimping on the back of this flipper tab and how tall that is and how recessed this is. Almost 2 full fingers locked down behind that guard. And these other 2 rest up in here with a very tight grip over the pocket clip. really nice. And so, I mean, really locked in right there. Very comfortable, and very strong grip. Very confident, strong grip. Yeah, and I think that action's getting better. Let me check the. Let's check the pocket clip. Okay. If we can get over this tall stuff, we should be good. It's gonna go. Yeah, and it went all the way home. Plenty of room. So not very deep carry. Got about an inch sticking out of there. Got nice grips to get it back out, and it's held. Yeah, it's not quite as tight on the thinner jean size material, but it's pretty good. It's going to be where you left it, and then my spot in the back corner. Pretty cool. And I'll be honest, when I see a knife that rides high like that, that doesn't bother me much, because riding high just puts it a little higher up on my hip versus down towards, down towards my butt. You know what I mean? So yeah, that doesn't hurt my feelings. But I mean, the clip's okay. Could maybe tighten the tension a little bit, but I think we're fine. And the main concern on that clip was these angles coming in and out, and they ran fine. Yep. Wonder if it's sharp. There's a piece of paper. Let's check it. How about safety? Let's check safety first, and then we'll come back to that paper. Yeah, so, ooh, it's kind of cavernous, but no, I can't touch the blade through the back spacers. I cannot get the tip, so the tip's good, the clip's good, and feel confident that in the pocket I'm not going to make blade contact and cut myself. So yeah, pretty good. Speaking of the blade, let's see if it's sharp. And yeah, that blade's super duper sharp. Yeah, it's got a great sharp blade. Price and availability. Okay, so Artisan Cutlery ZUMWALT, ZUMWALT. And this is in M390 titanium scales. This one I can find on eBay, and it's running on eBay anywhere from like $185 to like $220, somewhere in there for this M390 version. They also have a full titanium and S35VN version, and those look like they're 160 to 170. White Mountain Knives has one for 160 something. So if you take, let's say, the 16 out of it, you're like 140 for the S35VN that you could pick up. And there's several different colors, and the one that honestly, the one that White Mountain Knives has a really intricate art pattern anodized into it, and it really looks nice. I like it. It might even be the logo just repeated over and over. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was a good looking knife. And I think it was 160 something. So with the 10% off, that puts you down $140 setback. Is this knife worth all that? I mean, it is comfortable in the hand. It kind of has sort of a hinderer feel to it. I think there's a ZT knife that's sort of similar in shape and feel of this. It's got a confident grip. It's definitely going to ride well in the pocket. I mean, excellent materials, sharp. I mean, I'm getting it. I get the price. Pretty unique piece, too. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. Hey, check it out.